everyone, welcome to class. We want to evaluate root 32 plus root 72 minus root 128. So how do we solve this? We are going to look for the factors of each of the number we have in the square root, and we are going to find the factor in such a way that one of the factor is what we can get the square root. So we are going to simplify it using that method. So we are going to start with 32. Two factors of 32 that we can find square root of one of its factor, and that will give us 16 multiplied by 2. So that's square root of 16 multiplied by 2. Then for 72, two factors of 72 that we can find square root of 1, that will be 36 multiplied by 2. Likewise, for 128, what are the two factors of 128 that we can easily find square root of 1? That is 64 multiplied by 2. We can split this, and we have root 16 multiplied by root 2 plus root 36 multiplied by root 2 minus root 64 multiplied by root 2. So we are going to simplify further. What is the square root of 16? Square root of 16 is 4. So we have 4 multiplied by root 2. And then what is square root of 36? That is 6 multiplied by root 2. And then that's minus. What is square root of 64? That is 8 multiplied by root 2. So if you look at it very well, we can multiply this 4 and root 2, multiply 6 and root 2, multiply 8 and root 2. So this is going to give us 4 times root 2 is going to give us 4 root 2. The same thing with 6 multiplied by root 2, that is 6 root 2 minus 8 multiplied by root 2, that is 8 root 2. So we have root 2 in all the three numbers. So that means root 2 is common. So we are going to simplify 4 plus 6 first. Since we have root 2 here, we can easily add, and that will give us 10 root 2 minus 8 root 2. So we can simplify further. We have root 2 here, we have root 2 here, 10 minus 8, and that will give us 2 root 2. So we have been able to evaluate root 32 plus root 72 minus root 128 to be 2 root 2.